right.
We are
I'm
now
recording syphilis. Testing syphilis.
Sassy, sassafras, syphilis.
Syphilis.
Girder.
Sisyphus?
What?
Is that how you say it?
That video behind you guys, I used to watch that to take naps too.
Do you want me to change it? Or are you going to be in the middle of DMing and just like...
I recorded that.
Sorry,
That was
you
after
probably
we
did
fell
that.
into the river.
And then you went into the Himalayas and recorded that.
Stop. Stop and tell there. Stop.
So, Rebar being bad boy. So, look at how good they are. Hold on, I just love these dogs.
I love
Rebar.
Mike.
Rebar.
Dog.
What's
Giraffe
up?
dog.
He is a giraffe. So, we will start off where we left off, which is in Henlett. You guys had all been teleported. You teleported yourselves to Henlett in order to see what has been going on with this place. It seems that dire druids have kind of taken over and have been assisting Gore with protecting all of the dire animals that live there. A good resource for dangerous, war beasts. But also, this is where Captain Mulch was keeping this strange glowing orb, the God Core. After he found it in Stormport, he brought it here for safekeeping, and it has been kept in the vault with apparently the mayor, who is still alive and has been being tortured continuously by Butler Bunsen.
We wanted that as a weapon, right?
We brought
Yes,
Katha.
you brought Katha along with you.
Katha.
Cha-cha.
Katha has followed you in order to, because she wanted to take a look at it and see what she could do with it, what she'd, be able to make possible with this thing. So she can go analyze that. If you guys want to go with her, you can. If you want to talk to Gore, you can. If you want to talk to the dire druids, you can. But if this is just sort of a one-stop shop, you can do that too. You can do whatever you want. But you are right now standing in front of where the chicken used to be, is now a effigy made of bones and little bits of flesh that is in the shape of a giant chicken. And there are small dire chickens walking around, as now Henlett has become fucking metal and pumped as fuck with your little jacked chickens that have spikes.
This is where it all began.
This is where it all started.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything? Yeah, let's get Cha-cha to the mayor's house.
Okay, so as you travel to the mayor's house, let me get this map up just because it brings me joy to do so. And I just haven't used this map in forever, and it kind of freaks me out that I'm like using it again. So the mayor's house, yes, all the way on the other side of town. You're gonna walk through like the neighborhoods. Now, what you find is that the forest has almost completely taken over Henlett in an unnatural growth rate. You would assume that this is due to the druids, as druids have an intense connection to nature. Both of our ladies just abandoned us, I guess, in the middle of our game.
It's time for a real estate podcast.
So you see that there's trees that have just kind of are blocking right in front of houses where normally if a normal person was living there, they would probably not like it, but the druids probably just love it. You can see that these homes are being lived in, but not taken care of in the way that they would be. But they are still definitely functional and clean. But like the windows are like busted out and replaced.
Who's living in these, like humanoid druids? Or...
Humanoid druids, yeah. I would say various different races. Half elf humans. There might be even the occasional Goliath. Right now you're seeing like those that have heard of this place have come here. This is essentially being seen as a small sanctuary for dire animals to try to raise them and bring them back. So a lot of the dire druids that are here for that purpose. And you can see that a lot of the they're like feeding some of the animals and caring for the ones that are wounded that some of the soldiers have been trying to kill.
So how how fortified is this place that people are just living here now?
So they don't have anything in the way of like large walls. Henlett never did, as it was supposed to be sort of like the welcome center for all of Marselia with the way that they had it set up. One of the areas that you'd first come to, but what I would say as you walk through the town, you can see that among the feed pits and the areas where animals are ripping people apart, you can see lots of broken armor and helmets and things of Marsellian soldiers. So you get the feeling that the animals probably just take care of the defense, because after all, dire animals are no joke, right? And this is a high concentration of them, as well as powerful druids. And druids don't fuck around. Druids are pretty powerful too. So it looks like it's mostly the people and the animals here work in unison to basically just fucking tear apart anything that enters this town or attempts to assault it.
I wonder how long that took after because it was under under the crown, as like they punched back when we came through, and then something bad happened, I guess.
What's that Facebook sentiment that's always shared? It's like nature will always reclaim humans for the virus. Nature is healing. That's that's what this is. But
that is entirely what this is. They don't. You're not sure what god they worship, but they most definitely. It is that way. Nature is retaking this place. They do not give a fuck about like. The restaurant and stuff isn't like used for that anymore, and like things like that. They don't just raise and slaughter the chickens wholesale like they were doing before. They eat only what they need to, they kill only what they need to, and they hunt only what they need to.
We fixed it.
But they are also brutal and kill almost anybody who enters. They use them as food. So anybody who's trying to make their way into Marselia who may not know what's going on, slaughtered. You know what I mean? Slaughtered, fed to the dire animals. Anybody who I'm a traveling adventurer here to come and done, killed, fucking ripped apart. The
adventure man.
That's what we're dealing with. Is they are very aggressive towards anything that comes near them, but it is in a sense for defense of their territory, which is natural. So
nature's healing.
But anyway, as you make your way through, you can see various different dire druids sort of speaking and huddled against some. They have like fires lit and they're talking and just kind of hanging out. And you can see some of them like wrestling with some of the dire badgers and like playing with them. And you can see lots of baby dire animals, like a couple of dire wolf pups, which are probably still very big. You know what I mean, where somebody is like taking care of them, and it looks like they're doing training exercises with them, essentially. Like looks like there's a field with a bunch of stuff buried, like mounds, and you can see that the dire wolves are going around and like searching and sniffing. It's almost like they're teaching them how to get back into the wild and stuff. And there's tons of forest around Henlett, and you can every once in a while you can see like a pack, you know what I mean, of like dire wolves sort of peek out and make their way back. But yeah, as you pass by some of the houses, you do pass by the church, which you can see is utterly demolished and destroyed, and in its place they have placed a large tall effigy of bones that's just this crazy like wicked fucking sharp large like rib cages from maybe a fallen dire wolf or something, and skulls, like various dire wolf and dire badger skulls all over it, and it's covered in bones of people, animals, and all kinds of shit to basically make this like wicked looking, just intimidating thing. It doesn't look like any particular kind of silhouette or picture or form, but it's just like anybody that comes into the clearing of Henlett who may have not run into direwolves, if they see that effigy, it's like, oh no, don't go there. Like that looks bad. You know what I mean? You can see that there are like heads, you know what I mean, on different like rib cage, rib bones. And there is what appears to be a tattered flag with Draxia's symbol very roughly painted on it, just to show that like they are essentially working in unison with the, you know, the Draxian horde, which is essentially what you have become.
Yeah.
So as you make your way through to the mayor's estate, Katha is walking. I'll say Katha was actually probably explaining all of this. I know I went into a whole thing, but Katha can probably tell you because she's been, you know, working with these people the whole time. So yeah, so they've been pretty much stopping anything from taking this place. I think Gore can, like, I don't know, snap people's spines or something. So, you know, he's pretty useful. I think I saw him pick up a truck once. That was pretty cool. So yeah, so this place is pretty nasty. And all of Sigwin is starting to fear the Draxian horde and the Terrible Three.
Is that the neighboring country?
Mm-hmm. That's the one. Henlett is right on the border of Sigwin, and so this is the place that I'll say. The only time Sigwin's soldiers have come over is when they've come over here to investigate, or when they've come over to try to take Henlett. But recently, we've been starting all kinds of civil wars and shit over there, and we've actually been sending some horde members over there, and a lot of Astrid's acolytes have been doing like sneaky spy shit over there and essentially keeping them busy with their own problems. So instead of stopping us here, they're dealing with their own shit.
I remember that from last time, that the crown is kind of by themselves because they got their own shit to deal with.
Isolate and annihilate. So, is this it? And you look at what appears to be the mayoral mansion, which you can see is in disrepair. There are ropes that sort of run from the ceiling that the dire druids use to like climb up there, and you can see that there are some up there like just sort of keeping watch, and they kind of nod to you. The gate has been like busted down, so you can just walk right in. The front door, the heavy front door is actually still in use. They just open it for you. They seem to use this place as a kind of headquarters for like planning and stuff. And you can see that they do have like they've stockpiled weaponry in here from all the soldiers that have fallen. So you can see that there are these druids who are very attuned to nature, but you can see them like cleaning a gun. And, you know, Headhunter like, ooh, you know what I mean, takes note of that. And they're just sort of like keeping everything working, and it seems like they're putting it in boxes to send it to Winan, so that he can assess it, you know, fuck with it, and then send it right out to your people. So the Draxian horde wastes nothing; they just use everything.
So yeah, I'm more and more curious about the power cell, because this is different than the one we exploded last time, correct?
So I don't know. What I know is that it was what I heard, and that is that it looks very similar. But I'm very interested to see. So we'll cut to the chase. You guys are brought down to the vault where the mayor is kept, and you can see that there is a dire druid sitting there. He's wearing like leathers and bones, kind of darker skin, and sort of like a mohawk kind of hair, and he's just sitting there. Are you here to torture the guy?
Kinda. We're here to see the power cell.
Okay, well, here's the deal. That thing makes you fucking sleepy. Even through this door.
Stop.
Who's that bad baby? Who's that bad baby? Snapping at her brother. She bit at him because he dared to get too close to her. So he goes, this thing makes you super fucking sleepy. Even sitting through this big, thick steel door, like, we can still feel it. That's why we try to stay away from it. So if you're going to go in there, just, I don't know, be, like, really careful. Because if you get too close to it, you, like,
fall into it.
You'll see. He's like that all the time. His life is a living hell. Okay.
Flashes back to Fletcher jamming the bodies into it.
You remember
and
Fletcher
holding them in.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. You can't get too close to it. You got to touch it with like magic, like make it float and shit. He spins the wheel, so the big vault door begins to open, and he stays on like the other side of it, like, and you can see the light just come out, and it is this bright, radiant light. All of you make a Constitution saving throw.
What color is it?
Like a golden light. Oh, you mean the thing itself?
Yeah.
Like a tiny, it's almost exactly like as you saw it last time, just this bright, like white ball, like a tiny sun, you know what I mean? But not fiery, just like, oh, radiant looking. But it's like an orb about like that big, probably. Like a little smaller than a beach ball.
So, because it's radiant energy?
It's radiant, yes.
So, I got a 16, but I have advantage, so I got a 24.
Okay.
I got a 19.
You got a 19?
I got a 9.
What'd you get, Matt?
You're a devil.
I got a 9.
You got a 9. So you can feel it. Esther and Astrid, what you guys feel is this sort of pacification of any sort of aggression that's within you. You don't want to hurt. You don't want to hurt anybody, but other than that, it didn't really do anything. You just you feel very calm, at peace, and content. Not happy, but content, because you feel very suppressed. Mav falls asleep.
Oh.
You feel so comfortable, so calm. So as soon as the door opens, Mav goes, oh. And just hits the
ass
fucking
in
ground.
air, all scrumpled up on the floor.
Yeah. The symbiote is like, get up, and it's dragging you around by your head, and you're just I'll say Alex just goes, nope, I'm gonna go check out the guns, and turns around.
Wasn't there a
his
pool
skin
table
begins
down
to
here
sizzle
once upon a time?
as soon as the light hits him. What'd you say?
Wasn't there a pool table down here once upon a time? Wasn't it just a nice basement living room in the mayor's house?
Sure.
I remember that.
I don't totally remember how I set it up. I would need to. I guess I should have reread the Henlett area, but
remember Alex and our family friend Brent and his family? It reminded me of their basement, so that's why I planted it in my mind.
we'll say that yes, there is a fine pool table there. It does appear that it is used quite often by the druids to play pool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys are looking at this, Mav. Unfortunately, you are unconscious. You see this bright orb, and you can see in the corner a butt naked and very viciously beaten mayor, who is also very much he's not asleep, but he looks like he's super doped up or something because of the effects of this thing. And he's yeah, and he looks, and as his kind of deadish tired eyes fall upon you, you see as he starts drooling and he falls over and starts to try to crawl away from you as much as he can in this vault. And the guy goes, wow, he really doesn't like you, huh?
So since we resisted the first wave, can we move in there freely?
Yes.
Okay. I want to get close to the mayor.
You bathed in bright radiant light come to him, your true drow form, what he remembers you as, and you come before him, and he
do you remember me, mayor?
Yes. You can see that it looks as though yes, it looks as though many of his teeth have been removed.
So, have you just been here this whole time?
Bunsen.
He's an all right dude. I thought he was against us when long story. So, I want to look back to Cha-Cha. And it's do you need anything with the mayor?
Katha's not listening to you. Actually, I don't need to.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Natural 18. So she is just staring at this. What?
Never mind.
I'm
What do you
just
think
gonna
you do?
need a few minutes give me about an hour with this beautiful thing. And you can see that it sizzles and burns her skin as she stands there in its presence, but she doesn't care, like, because of the radiant light and she's a fiend. But she's just like, like in awe of it and just walking around it, walking under it. It's just sort of floating there.
Can I detect thoughts on it?
No, it is not sentient.
Okay, I just want to thunderclap
wait.
near the mayor and walk out.
No, I'm sorry. Hold on. Because I think this is interesting. It is not sentient, but because of the nature of what it is and how it was created, is there anything that you need to roll for that?
I don't think so. I think it's a cantrip. I think I have it as a cantrip.
If you know what, because I think that's interesting, and because this might give you some interesting insight, you have it as a cantrip, definitely, but I didn't know if there's anything you need to roll, and that was from your book, I believe.
Yeah,
so you look at this, and I believe it detects like surface thoughts, right?
All right, it is at will. If you creature has intelligence of 3 or lower, it doesn't speak. It's unaffected. Surface thoughts. You can shift my attention to another creature or deeper into the same creature's mind. If I probe deeper, target must make a wisdom saving throw.
It wouldn't. It's a structure. So we'll just say that you, how do you want to approach it? Do you want to probe into it to try to find something, or do you want to just detect like surface area?
I want to detect surface, but depending on what happens there, I'll probe.
Okay. As you look at it and like, you give it a shot. At first, there's nothing because it isn't a living thing, but as you really study it, you can hear murmuring, like to oneself. You know what I mean? Like how somebody sort of talks to oneself, and you're like, but it sounds far away, as if you're not reading it from this thing, as if it's almost like a memory or an essence that you're pulling off of it and sort of like sensing from it. And the more you strain, it sounds familiar. You've heard this voice before. You can't make out what it's saying, but you've heard this voice before when you were strapped to a chair, staring into the symbol of Astrid while you were being re-educated after your first and, quite frankly, embarrassing defeat. Talia, you would have loved it. They all got crushed. It was a TPK. It was great. But after your first embarrassing defeat at the hands of the champions and your brainwashing, and like hearing that, just the voice reminds you of when you were strapped to that chair, when you were brainwashed, when you were brought on Carla Lily's ship, before you were tossed into the Green Iris, and you, Esther, you specifically remember throwing yourself on your knees, not right in your own mind, begging for forgiveness from the king. And in everything that's happened, I don't think Esther's one to forget things like that, and I don't think you ever did, but it definitely like spikes back up, that like memory, almost like indigestion, like that was a thing that I did, you know what I mean? Because Astrid had a grip on your mind, and that is the same voice that you heard there is what you're hearing now. Oh, Alex is entering. If you strain harder, you'll probably be able to actually hear it. I fucking love that shirt. Oh my God, I love your shirt.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. If you strain harder, you will be able to actually understand what he says, probably. But as of now, it's just sort of like,
I don't
it has some sort of connection to Astrid.
Finger trap myself with this one, so I'm not going to probe harder.
Okay. Alex, welcome, Alex. They are currently investigating the God Core, which is the same thing that you guys pulled out of the sea in Stormport. What is now Stormport? They found another one, and so you're investigating it currently.
Where is it?
It's in. Remember the mayor's house in Henlett? Remember he had a vault that you guys locked him in. So it's locked in that vault with him. He's still alive and has been being tortured by Butler Bunsen for like a year.
Butler Bunsen.
Well, Alex, so I had your character, as soon as it opened, it was like a bunch of radiant magic, and your character went, nope, and just sort of like walked over. I can say you're playing pool with Mondus on the pool table nearby, because You have no idea how to deal with that shit.
Okay.
But there are a bunch of guns upstairs, as there are druids who are cleaning and organizing guns and sending them to Winan.
I
Yes.
need a refresher though. Like, what did we end up actually doing to the other one? I remember a flood of water, and that was kind of really it. Like, and
What with the bomb?
soul box.
So you soul boxed it the reason there was a flood of water is because it was underwater. You guys were all water breathing, and it was in an underwater facility. You soul boxed it, so the soul box also trapped, like a couple 100 gallons of water as well, like a 30 by 30 foot tank of water as well as this thing. When you opened it, out came tons of water and the thing.
Okay.
But what Jeff did with it was, in order to get out of the astral plane, because for some reason it came with you to the astral plane. I don't remember how. Oh, because your soul box. So in order to get out of the astral plane quickly and easily, he decided to, what if we put it at where the border is weak, and then we shoot it with Captain Mulch's cannons. And so
That was so good.
And it tore open a hole in space and time, and you came in just in time to
The end of the battle at the tree.
save the day. Yeah.
That was the best. That was so good.
We're
going to do it again.
So as far as you guys remember, it can rip open similar to like ripping open a rift or something. It opens like a portal, at least when you shoot it with cannons and blow it up. But it wasn't an enormous explosion. It was big. It was powerful, but it wasn't like a nuke. But Katha's looking at it now.
We're going to do the same thing with the portal, except we're going to Thanos Ant-Man asshole the king with the portal.
Okay. All right.
That's how we beat the king.
Alex, you're playing pool, and all you hear is some Thanos asshole the king, and you're like, not sure what that means.
You
And then
detect
Vargas
danger
hits the
after
8 ball and
hearing
goes, fuck. So Katha's looking at it. She just needs an hour. Is there anything you guys want to do in this town while Katha is looking at it? Do you want to hurt the mayor?
I was gonna say, what's the mayor doing?
So the mayor has been locked in a vault with this thing, and this thing has incredible. As soon as Mav looked at it or got
Like
close
sucking
to it,
its
Mav
soul away?
passed out. In fact, I'll say that you drag Mav back, and we can have Mav wake up now that she's away or he's away from it. But Mav was knocked out from it, and the mayor is in there, like just perpetually being dosed by this thing's like calming effect. So he's sort of like drugged, like on fucking heroin. Like he's just like rolling around, drooling in the corner. And then Esther started to approach him and scare him, and he's like, ah! He also doesn't have any more teeth, and he looks like he's been viciously beaten and tortured for
That wasn't
a
us.
year. What?
That wasn't us.
That was Bunsen. Bunsen did all that. Yes.
Can't believe that. Didn't know he had it in him.
When you first brought the mayor, I re-listened to the episode to remind myself. When you first brought the mayor to his estate, you had him bound, and if I'm not mistaken, you kept punching him in the face. Or I think Alex kept punching him in the face, like to get him to like, because he kept trying to lie to you and be sneaky. You brought him to his house, you got him to let you in, and then Bunsen was the first person you met. And at first, once Bunsen figured out that his hands were tied and figured out the situation, Bunsen just open hand smacked the mayor in the face and went, ha, 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 I'll get you all tea. And he went and got tea. And if I, that was what was going on, is that he loved it. He loved every second of it. So
we
he's an
allow
evil man.
everybody to be their true selves. We're not evil. We're friends. We're students of life.
Liberators.
You are evil.
Was I saying that out loud?
You're evil.
I say that out loud.
Headhunter, he might have some more gold stashed away somewhere.
Where's the gold?
Oh, having the gold.
Yeah, the bank account information, bank numbers.
I just hand him a notebook.
I don't have anything else.
All your bank account information.
I don't have anything.
I want to smack him in the face.
he just starts writing numbers.
We have no way of knowing.
He just starts writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I want to take the pen and stab it through his hand.
The druid goes, awesome.
I want to ask the druid, why are you keeping him alive?
Well, it's that
A
guy
message.
Bunsen told us to.
Okay.
I mean, it was more like a favor. You know, we're all on the same side, right? Bunsen just said, you know, he wanted to savor this, whatever that means.
So, Katha, this thing can straight up absorb people. We've seen it happen before. We could demonstrate here. That's why I was asking if we need the mayor alive.
I would like to see that. Can you feed him to it? No, don't feed me to it.
Headhunter, you want to do it?
Yeah,
Please
sure.
don't do that. Wait. He has a pen sticking out of his hand. Wait. And he writes down some information. And he holds up, and what you see is a crudely drawn diagram of what looks to be like some kind of like a vent or something with an arrow pointing to it. And then he has he goes, mm-hmm. And he draws like a bunch of points, like a bunch of spikes. You're not sure what this means.
What does this mean?
Is it booby trapped?
No. I can.
Is he gagged or he just doesn't have teeth?
No, he doesn't have any teeth. And I'm just making gross noises for fun. I'm
ASMR.
no teeth. ASMR man.
Straight up gum in it.
Gum and Grandpa ASMR.
So
Grandpa eating pudding. ASMR.
Jesus. All right.
I'm gonna cast message on him.
On the mayor?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say?
What are you trying to say?
Oh my God! Thank God! All right. Listen. I know
Wait, why does
of a way.
Only I can hear this.
I know of a way to get inside of. He just instantly turns to Astrid and goes. He goes. I know of a way to get inside of the city. It was used for smuggling. You know, I was actually, you know, I never really bought super into the whole Airstride shit. I'm actually from Sigwin, so what I'm able to, and then it cuts off because he's only allowed so many words per message.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's not?
Mm-mm.
I thought it was 25 syllables.
No, that's sending or something.
Oh.
Message, you have to be in.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, and it's a
Sending
round
each
of combat, so we can just go back and forth. So it was used for smuggling. I mean, obviously not big things. There wasn't really the underboss would use it sometimes for you know, running things in and out of main city of Erangol. She had like all these plans, but as far as I'm learned from Bunsen, she's dead. So they probably haven't found it, but I don't know. They might have.
What? Found what?
There is a way in and out of the city that the guards and I think even the king aren't aware of, because it was the underboss's people that developed or created it, and it's disguised like a sort of like a big air vent that just sort of evacuates a building, and then you can get into that building, and then you can get into the city. And I can, oh boy, can I show you where it is if you don't feed me to whatever the fuck that thing is. I've been sitting next to it for like, so long.
So, like,
and I pooped my pants a bunch of times, then they just took my pants away.
I picture
Mav,
it.
you wake up. You wake up on a pool table with Vondas tapping your cheek.
I like picture that, like, you know, because he's not saying anything, but you just kept looking back at like Jeff. He's saying that he can get into the city. There's some secret way into the city that the underboss used, and he thinks that the king doesn't know about it.
I want to detect thought and ask him, where is it?
So I can show you where it is.
I want to probe.
What does he make? What's the roll?
A
he
wisdom
What did
check.
he cast?
He's gonna have disadvantage on it.
What did he do?
He probed. So Jeff can detect surface thoughts. He can detect thoughts as a cantrip,
Mhm.
which is crazy. But he can detect surface thoughts, or he can probe deeper into their mind, and that like causes. So he fails, Jeff. What happens when he fails?
He dies. No, he
He does. I think he takes damage.
As an action, you can probe. If you probe deeper, wisdom. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind.
Okay. So we can say that because you're asking about a specific thing, you're getting him to think about
That's
it.
what it says. It's
So-
particularly useful in interrogation because you can direct them.
So he goes, "Argh!" and you can see his nose starts bleeding and his ears start bleeding, and he goes, "Argh!" and that's what everybody else is seeing. Esther, you're seeing these flashes. You're seeing the city. You're seeing men with like cargo crates moving into a truck. This is obviously a couple of years ago, if not maybe 2 years ago or so. Because you can see the mayor, he's like looking at a little pocket mirror, and
He's happy and outside.
he's like, oh, like looking pretty good, and he's got this nice golden watch that he checks, and he's sitting there. You can see that they're unloading a bunch of stuff, and you can see this vent is actually it's like up on the wall. It's not like at ground level. It's up on the wall, and you can see them lowering stuff down from it. But it's large. It's like large enough, probably like maybe about 10 feet, like a 10-foot like circle with like big vented grate things, and they just opened it almost like a door. They open the whole thing, and they can just pour stuff out, and it looks pretty big.
Do I see any street signs or anything?
Yeah, so from where he's looking, you can see him looking out at like the forest, because this is like the wall of the city, and you can see him looking down, and you can see what it appears to be caravans moving like off in the distance towards the front entrance, but like so far away. So this is obviously like one of the back. Oh, and you know what? He turns around, and you can see the forest and then the sea off in the distance. So Erangel is not super close to the sea, but it's close enough that he was able to see the break and the horizon of the ocean. So it's on the like one of the oceanic sides of, and we can say by the placement of the sun, you know exactly where it is.
So this is useful to us so that we can get our troops in, right? Because we're not actually going in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Correct? Because we're ka-cha and getting the king to come into the finger.
I was trying to think of in Archer when he's in the flashbacks. He goes, "Why did you have a what was it, a mustache or something?" And who remembers anymore? Like I could see his flashback. I was just like, okay.
He afterwards he goes, "Oh, bleh," and he vomits all over Alex. Just
sprays out into the living room. Do we need? What?
No, just after Alex gets vomited on.
Oh God.
Are we losing them? They consistently. Oh.
Everybody froze for me for a second there.
So it might be their side.
I think it might be y'all side. You've been pretty choppy for us every now and again.
Now and again.
Us.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Downloaders.
Weird.
What?
Why is this happening?
Xfinity has heard all the dirty shit you've said
This is
about it.
making me so mad.
It's making her so mad.
So
because-
mad.
Yeah.
Can you provide us any other help, Mayor? Do you have anything else that would be helpful to our evil schemes? Surface level.
We're not evil.
Why don't we give him an ultimatum?
He goes, so his surface thoughts, he's going, holy shit, okay, fuck, that was my biggest trump card. Okay, well, I do have, I know some nobles. There's a lot of nobles there that owe me money. I have my connections there. Bunson's already yes?
No, you go on.
Bunson's taken out a few, but I don't think he's taken all of them out. He doesn't know about a few of them. So the nobles have, oh, fuck, I know that's. Oh, there was a somebody important in Stormport. Nope, that place is fucked. Yorkport. There's a nope. Okay, that's right. That's destroyed. Bunson's been keeping. Fuck me. Okay, make something up.
Don't make anything up. Do they know? Can you imagine that? Thinking and them answering you like, ugh. Do people know of your condition? Your current circumstances?
No.
Astrid, what if we clean them up a little? Maybe you mind control him. we make it like he's been on some rich person holiday in Siglin. We arrange a meeting of nobles in the capital and then firebomb the hotel. Just for,
Shits and gigs.
shits and gigs. Just so there's some like political fallout from all this as well. Okay.
Are you gonna make me? Are you gonna make me go into a bathroom in this one?
Political intrigue.
You guys don't remember the bathroom?
Oh yeah,
fiasco?
no, the bathroom of bodies and over the pants hand jobs and death. We have fun.
The noble party was pretty good. Yeah, the kidnapping of the that could work. Are you gonna keep me alive?
Sure.
Stop doing that with your gums.
I'll do whatever. He doesn't even. He's not even. It just. He blasts his fuck. He's been so fucked in the head for like a year that you dominate him. He doesn't even have a way to. Jeff just basically shoved his fingers in his brain and like scrambled him. So he's done. Like, boom, you're at full control. And he looks over to you, and you can see his eyes grow wide as he like looks around you, and he can see like the horrible, like your aura of this like red. These great red, like screaming beasts and like massive ghostly snakes and centipedes just kind of swirling around you. These giant ghosts of
a
monsters
lot of
swirling
therapy.
around you. And he's just staring like.
All right, so
At this point, we can say that Katha goes, okay. I would still like to see this thing eat a person, but I think I've got a good feel for it at this point. What are you doing with this guy? What's this guy's deal?
some longer term scheme. We might screw up some capital markets or something with screwing up the banking system or political system, but we'll work on that. What do you have in mind for the God hole?
Okay, so this is the first one I've ever seen in person, right? But compared to the old scrolls that I used to read about God cores, it is designed for, they're usually always designed for a specific function. Some of them I've heard have been turned into weapons. Some of them have been used to power great machines. This one appears to have a specific function that's not really meant for war. It is meant for like, I don't know, like that calming effect, right? So a god, we're assuming probably Astrid, created this thing, okay? And it was designed to dull emotions, thoughts, and urges. Essentially, it's designed to keep a massive amount of people docile. I've had no violent thoughts whatsoever thus far being around this thing, and I fucking hate it.
Well, that's not
Hate it.
true.
I haven't once thought about raking my teeth across skin. Do you have it? I'm a fiend. I'm a spine devil. Do you have any idea what that feels like to not want to pierce things with my spines?
But
Can I stab this fucking guy? Because being away from this
But
thing,
isn't-
I'm so down to stab this guy. Yes.
But you wanted to see us feed him to. Isn't that considered a?
No, that was so. I got
It's
no
more
actual-
clinical.
I got no. Yeah, it was scientific. I got
Mm.
no sadistic joy from that,
Mm.
which again
Okay.
feels like I'm not myself, and I don't like this fucking thing. But I digress. Unfortunately, I can't turn this into the kind of bomb that you'd probably want, like the legendary godlight bombs, right, or things of that nature. I can't do. I don't know if you know what those are, but don't worry about it. I can't do that with this because it's not designed for that. However, what I can do is I can make it release a massive pulse strong enough to essentially release its effect for miles and miles around, like a numbing bomb or something like that. but that would probably have more of a detrimental effect on our forces than it would anything else. So I'm thinking, well, that's not the right way to go about this. However, there might be, if I could reverse its polarity or something, then that might work. But I don't know how to do that because I don't have the essence. This was made by a god. I'm not a god.
What if we were to like have Astrid dominate it and make it like flip a switch instead of being a Airstride aura? It's this chaotic evil aura.
Well, for Astrid to dominate it, it would have to have some sort of like
Maybe not that exact terminology, but somehow
corrupt it. Is that what you mean?
I was gonna say let's throw it into the pool at the tree, but then just make the tree good.
I wanna
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I wanna cut my hand and like throw my blood at it.
You cut your hand and your blood, it just eats it. Blood's gone.
Can we have Draxia spit on it?
One way or another, we can take it with us. We can put it in one of my boxes.
Well, if we can use it to destroy the king's secret weapon.
That's I think why we wanted to see it, but we might have to be more clever with it instead of just we can't blow it up, unfortunately.
It's not, I can make it a bomb more like an EMP where it'll send a pulse of a kind of emotion. As of right now, as it stands, I can make it explode and send out a numbing
Toyota-thon.
Because the only other way,
it's a summer sales event.
the only other way that I could see that working is if we had some kind of portal ready to go. We drop the bomb on the city. Everyone's numbed. Then we open a portal and let our people into the city.
We have to screw around a little bit though, because I think that would just give them a god boost.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. If it's already attuned to Airstride, then that's no bueno. Which is why I'm saying Draxia could chew on it some and see if that would fix it.
Or yeah, I mean, right now we can't make it into a bomb, but we could shoot off a lot of weaponry at it and just hope for some sort of reaction like we did last time. But we might have to just think on this more to make it sophisticated.
Now, that being said, though this one isn't super volatile, right? It's also not like healthy to be around. Like it wasn't designed to be this close to people, right? It was designed to be dropped into the maw and calm the storms and the sea. That's what it was designed for. It was designed to calm a big thing. If you I mean, if it can eat people, that makes sense because it can probably destroy matter. So if you also drop it on somebody, that's also very bad, things like that. So there's a lot you could do with it. It's just not the big bang that you were hoping for. However, I do still have those people that I turned into bombs for you, which is very fun and great. You okay, Matt? Did you just drink your own spit or something? What was that?
So I have this really gimmicky peep hot chocolate that's pink, and there was a little peep marshmallow that you put on top of it. It's not great, but the little chocolate eye on the peep came off of the peep, and then I swallowed it, and it hit the back of my throat. So that was me trying to deal with that. Says Mav over a cup of hot chocolate with a peep in it.
Well, your first mistake was drinking anything that tastes like peeps. They're disgusting.
I didn't expect the hot chocolate to really it doesn't really taste like hot chocolate, and I expect to have a tummy ache after, but it was cute.
Yeah,
so.
You definitely will.
Yeah.
So that's what I got off of this thing. But if there is anything you want me to do with it, or if you do want to bring it to Airstride or to Draxia, I could maybe help facilitate whatever needs to be done there.
Anyway, I want to open a soapbox underneath and grab a broom or something and give it to the mayor. Tell him to push it in.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Okay. He goes over and he pokes it with a broom, and it starts eating the broom, but also pushing the ball like. And he goes, and it's getting like halfway up the room before it like into the soul box. And he goes,
all right, and you go after it.
What?
You're going with it.
But But I'm gonna go somewhere else. Right?
Eventually.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And he walks with half of his broom
Hopefully we don't forget this one.
and goes.
We did this before. How long can they breathe in these boxes? Have we determined that?
Not forever, I'm pretty sure. There's not like enough.
Did we say
air.
like 8 hours or something?
I think so. I think like I would say like a day. We'll make it like a day. You know what I mean? There's a day's worth of air in there.
Very early on, we had kidnapped 2 guards, and we were just walking through the woods. I like a week had gone by, and we're just talking about something like the guards.
They're dead.
It was
But we
not
kept
good.
adding to their box, so eventually it was just like puffy skeleton.
It was like a studio apartment of shit
It was
and
disgusting.
bodies.
It was disgusting. I think you poured it on somebody, if I'm not mistaken. Remember the guards that you threw into the river? I think it was those 2
It
guards.
came out of the river and
dressed-
there's like bodies.
Alex dressed up their face with makeup to make them look alive, and then you threw them and a bunch of garbage into a river to try to trick people. And then I think instead you just killed the people or something. Like it wasn't
Just
even
bodies
it was
and
like a whole
garbage. And they all look like Leatherface. It's like, oh yeah, that was them. The 3 that were walking. It's the Leatherface elf in guard clothes. He uses,
so,
he uses Woolly Willy kit on them.
so the mayor jumps in, instantly passes out, just and he's done.
I hope he'll be okay.
He won't be. Oh well, maybe if you let him out in time. His breathing is slowed, so there's
He's
that.
peaceful. He's at peace. Do you want to sit here?
So,
No, it's just bothering me today.
So, I mean,
is there anything else you guys need here, or anything you need from me?
let's go talk to Gore. I want to ask him about something.
Okay. You actually find Gore. He is. I'll say he's right outside the mayoral mansion. He was like on his way to see if you guys needed anything. So you come out and he. Oh, hello.
Gore, how long does it take dire badgers and wolves to have babies?
To what?
To have babies, to have spawn.
Oh, it depends. They grow fast, so not super long. Why?
We probably don't have much time, but I was thinking if you could just like mass produce for the war effort.
Well, we have been breeding to raise numbers, and also in preparation for the war.
Okay. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot of them.
I think we're in good shape then. Do you have any means of, are any of my old teleportation circles still up here?
Mm-hmm. All of them,
Oh,
except the one in, well, the one in the woods.
is there? Do we have any that link to the tree?
Not yet. I would,
I want to go towards Gore's house and like in a somewhat hidden location, make one for him that goes to the tree.
Okay. I'll say near the slaughterhouse where he slaughters people and feeds them to the animals.
That works.
Okay.
So Gore, thanks for the reunion tour.
He goes, "Ugh," and he picks up Alex and gives him a hug because Alex was the first person to really recruit him.
That's
And
true.
he gives him a squeeze and he puts him down and he like points at the slaughterhouse and he goes, Gore remembers when Gore was taunted by the children and hated by the people. Now Gore eats children.
Oh.
He does.
And he puts his hand on Alex's shoulder. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now the
Thank-
children are afraid of Gore.
Mm-hmm. I mash them into stew.
Into children, potato, mashed children.
Potato.
Gore love you guys. We're evil, but Gore love you guys.
No, we're family.
and he starts crying.
This
And a
Olive
baby
Garden shows up.
dire badger comes over to his foot to like check on him, and he picks up and goes,
As it's like ripping the shit out of his wrist and stuff.
and he's like, "Oh, I love you too." So you guys travel back to the tree,
Yeah, I
or
guess
are you
so.
gonna go to the Underdark? Your Underdark to start your
I-
preparation.
Don't know. What were we gonna do?
I think the only big plans that we had agreed on were get the army ready to march on Erringall,
Dingle dongle.
right? Is that the town's name? March on the city, and then we were gonna have to fight the king ourselves. So any kind of preparation that we would need for that.
What?
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 Alex sent me a picture. I'll show you.
Oh,
We're about to go to break though. If you for like 5-10 minute break. So
It's our
is there anywhere you guys?
Evan's
wanna
got to
go?
poop.
Yes,
puppy's
he
gotta
does have to poop.
Do you hear him?
You call
Let's,
yourself puppy? That's a little
let's take
weird.
a break there so we don't
break, yeah.
go anywhere.
All right.
I
Break
want
there.
the dog
Think,
pooping on the
think about
floor.
what you guys might
It'll
want
be
to
a
do.
15-minute break.
5 to 10 minutes. We'll be right back. I need to get a drink.
10 to 40.
You poop.
Starting now. Al, can you give us the? Can you give
Joel
us the
just
clap?
walked in, but I would still give the clap.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. All right, so welcome back. Hello.
Jubak!
And
She's the best D&D
just
player.
such a good baby. Her little boo boo lip. Oh my god. What? Look at her pink little fucking skin under her.
Yeah,
white
she got a
fur.
little sunburn from being
Oh my
outside.
God.
Oh my god.
Who's your cute baby?
Yeah, it's
Did
too
you hear me
cute.
talking cute to somebody and you got jealous?
Look at her being such
She
a
came in.
sweet
She did not like it. My puppy did not like that.
such a
Who
sweet
am I
baby.
talking to?
All right.
Okay.
All right, so
As
now we go back.
Jeff
That-
was asking. Jeff was asking off camera. He was cheating
If you're into anal.
and trying to metagame and trying to win D&D.
I beat the king already,
so-
guys.
Wow.
Yeah, we
So
killed him.
I was going to explain to you what is going on to help you guys plan and figure out your next move. Your allies pretty much know what to do. They've been surviving this year without you, and they've been thriving pretty well. It's at a stalemate now, but they're ready to it's not at a stalemate. They are winning the war. Well, I mean, you fucking really paved the
We
way.
have the max.
They didn't,
Like, we have
they
the
didn't need
numbers.
to do much. So
We killed all their champions.
they are ready and prepared.
It's one
to do-
city.
What?
We're taking over one city, and we've recruited armies from multiple cities.
And you've taken over each of these cities essentially by yourself in a lot of the cases. So this last city is the most well defended, but your
Yeah.
armies and your allies know how to wage war. Arthur lives war, right? That's like what he's done for years because of the Blood War. He's an excellent commander. You have Winan, who's an excellent arms manufacturer. You have all these different people who are good at what they do. You don't have to worry so much about that because from what I understand, your plan was to let the war happen and then kidnap the king and fisticuffs with him on some arena in some other plane of existence so he's separated from his defenses and his capital city.
Yes.
It's magic.
So we can plan all you don't need to micromanage the war, right? They're gonna do pretty well, that's gonna go the way it's gonna go. I'm gonna have some roles that I'm gonna do for them just to see like how well things are going, but there's nothing that you would do unless you fight in the war with them, but that doesn't seem like what you want to do, and I kind of like your plan.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest is whatever place you're gonna bring the king, wherever you're gonna kidnap him to, get that place prepared. I have a notebook here to write down what kind of things to expect. You guys can decide the where and the when. And so essentially you can create your own lair. Maybe it has its own lair actions, booby traps, things of that nature, like a regular boss fight would have. What I would usually hit you guys with, you can hit my boss with. But you have to come up with that stuff. You know what I mean? It has to be reasonable, has to make sense. So what I want from you guys is to figure out where are you going to bring the king and how are you going to prep for that fight? Because I will tell you, it will be a difficult fight. This will not be easy, and I will not be kind to you. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to kill any of you, but he is very bad. So
First-
He's nothing.
Things.
okay,
Oh, I want
Alex is
to.
the
I could
first
probably
to go.
solo him.
Let's let me open my portal and let's go to my house so we can talk and walk, shall we, team? It's been a while since we all been together.
It's been a
So
while.
let's plan this.
I'm going hungry.
Can we have wine in with us, or is that too big of a pain in the ass?
Oh
No,
yeah,
let him. Oh,
whoever you want, whoever you want.
pull wine in with us.
Okay,
All right.
we'll say you're. Where are you gonna go, to your keep or to the tree?
To my keep in my world.
So you travel with Winan and the rest of
And the
and
two.
this crew. You travel to another world with Esther, a world that you all have not seen. But
I'm
Esther
holding
has.
Headhunter's hand.
Okay, your headhunter. You're holding his hand. You're traveling to a
Does
different.
that help
world.
me not want to throw up?
No. Give me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Made it worse?
Huh?
Did it make it worse?
I'm poisoned.
You're going through a different plane of existence, so yes. It's much worse than an elevator.
No, I meant holding his hand.
Oh yeah. No,
So-
that gives him a little bit of.
I'll
Comfort.
just say I throw up a little bit.
Okay. You travel to essentially the Underdark. This great. Now you're in the keep, right? So rather, you land in the keep, but out any of the windows, you can see that you are underground. Massive cavern sprawls before you. Huge stalactites and stalagmites. I don't fucking remember which one's which. I hate
We'll
that.
never know.
Whatever.
Every
We'll
time
never
in
know.
the comments, every time we bring it up, I see people in the comments. It's this. We never. We don't.
I
remember.
We're never gonna
listen,
learn.
We don't read it. We
Listen,
don't
if
remember.
anyone's watching this and you know the difference between a stalactite and a stalagmite, or a stalactite and a stalagmite, good. Always remember that. I will
Venmo us
never do
money
it.
with the
I
answer.
will never remember. Don't try to educate me, because I'm just, you know what? At this point, I refuse to learn. I'm like an old man. I'll refuse to learn.
Stalag up
Or
and slag
PayPal
down.
Evan with the answer.
One of the so you see this massive cavern with stalag
Upside down
rocks coming
firemen.
out of the roof and
Stalag
floor. All different hangy stalag rocks and pokey up stalag rocks. That's
The
what
upside
they're
down
called.
fireman.
Down.
There are
like-
bizarre creatures that kind of fly through the air, like strange little bugs, and you can see the people that mill about in this cavern. You can see the cavern is like a city with homes carved and created out of the stone, but not dwarven, more hive-like, kind of like created by bugs or something. And you can see that it is home to a bunch of people that look much like Esther.
That's
These
me.
are Drow.
So I want to have a.
Headhunter pukes on the floor. Go on.
But
I want my mindless zombie to clean it up.
Oh, don't worry, I'll get that.
Similar to what we had Locomotive Larian, I
Mhm.
want a big underground room,
Maze.
but not a maze, not a labyrinth, just a big
A
room
boss arena.
with like just a huge cylinder down. And we can change this team if need be, but I have an idea of how we start it up. We just at the beginning, at the bottom of this room we go into, wherever we have the portal or plan to have the portal, we just have headhunters set up a couple landmines, a couple of traps, maybe a couple magic traps as well. We set up a Gatling gun turret in the corner for headhunter to start off on, and then we take it from there.
can we have some hidey holes for me?
Oh yeah, yeah, maybe not a labyrinth, but definitely some pillars and stuff. So there's walls and cover for all of us, really.
I could put down some darkness wherever he comes out so that he comes out into darkness.
Mm. That's an idea.
We might also want to consider I agree that sounds like a good way to start, but even though he has no faculties to say no to walking through the portal, I wouldn't be surprised if, and Mav's eyes go like this, he uses some sort of legendary action to shirk off all of the damage that we do initially. So we should also have things planned for different stages of the fight. Think of it like, when you fight a boss and he's got 5 health bars?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Think of it like that.
Oh yeah, or like in the Majora's Mask, how Adola would spin, you kill him, and then he's jumping, and you kill him, and then he has fire, and then you kill him. Different.
Well, I don't think that'll happen because those
we
are
have-
all bad
Did we do
games.
that part already?
There's the first
I
one.
could
Guy in the jungle.
Get out.
Did we punch him to death when we weren't supposed to? Okay, whatever.
I could always. I've got a lot of different.
I forgot my name was here.
Oh, hello. I've got a lot of different weaponry for Headhunter. Not only is your pistol very strong, but if you did want to go for something more that's got a lot of coverage or things that you could have around the area, if you did want to have mini guns set up in different areas so that if he destroys the one that you're on, which, you know, is possible, there was reports of him cutting cars in half. So he might be able to, so he might be able to destroy them. We could have several miniguns set up in other areas so that if one is destroyed, Headhunter can run to the next one, pop on it, Bob's your uncle, and Swiss cheese the fucker.
Mm.
Did you like that, Miss Astrid?
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe we have a couple trapdoor pits with zombies in it. Just, you know, that's a classic goodie.
2 other things. Once Winan is done writing.
We definitely have your
trapdoors.
pet here, so we can't
Yes,
teleport
yes,
out.
absolutely. The canolith will be hanging out.
now that's actually something I wanted to talk to you about. You need this dog. What? You need this dog to stop him from escaping, right?
That's right.
Yes,
How are you going to keep the dog alive?
I know. I was thinking about that. He does have some armor, but maybe do we have anything that could make him invisible?
Isn't he invisible?
No, no.
Can he? Oh, how do we cloak him?
I used disguise on him to make him look like a corgi or a chihuahua or something. But if we make him invisible, if he and I stay out of the beginning of the fight until we get a good idea on what the AC looks like on this guy, and know that he can't teleport, then
God bless you.
What if we just make him not a part of the equation? What if I just make a sub basement in this room and allow him run around?
you mean like a tiny little floor underneath the
Have-
floor,
yeah.
and then just put the candle in there so he's like a
Yeah,
magnet?
just give him a give
I
him
mean,
a
it could
basement.
work.
He's not gonna know.
It could work, and he does a good deal of damage, but not good enough to warrant having to have him here.
I'll
Put him in the basement.
we'll give I want to use Mr. Marbles in here, but we could always just tell Mr. Marbles hold him like a football and keep the canolith alive.
No, use Mr. Marbles in here. Make a little pocket space for the canolith.
It doesn't have to be a pocket space, just a floor below
That's
us.
what it's got to be within 20 feet, so it's got to be like a really.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, you got to imagine like.
How many feet?
I think it's 20. Let me double check.
That sounds really
Check it. It
short.
might be 60, but you might be right. I'm
Let
not
me
sure.
check. It's been a while since I've looked at
It's
my
been a
canolith.
while.
2 things before I forget. Health potions.
I'm an animal before I'm a man.
Some kind of magic sapper.
Hmm?
Health potions and some kind of magic sapper.
We do have equipment for you. Some potions that we were able to procure. We're not as into the potions, and a lot of the potions have been, used in the use of the war. Potions take a while to make, but we do have quite a bit for you. Arthur has a few, and I've set a few aside just for you all. Do you have a pen and paper?
No. 2 seconds. Yes, it is 60 feet for the canolith.
All right, thought so. That's actually a very good fucking idea. Having him under the ground like that is very clever.
I have a down button. I still have that down button from that elevator in hell. That'll surely come in handy in this fight.
So I can tell you what potions you will have available to you.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Okay. These are all in D&D Beyond, by the way.
All right, potions. Potion seller. Tell me your strongest potions. Go for it.
Okay, so you will have 6 broken soul potions. These are from Arthur. Apparently they are, broken, sad souls inside. 3 broken innocent soul potions, which apparently are better. and full supreme healing potions, which are the fucking bee's knees.
And this is not per person. This is in general for us to divvy out between ourselves.
Yeah, you guys decide how to divvy those up, but all of them are great. They're
I'm
very,
gonna
very
drink all of them.
all right. Well done.
Unstoppable!
Let's just turn them all into a jungle juice.
Somebody pissed in the jungle juice.
All right.
I thought it was thunder for a second.
No,
When is it thunder in New Jersey?
it's thunders in New Jersey.
I heard.
When?
Never.
Occasionally.
So
It's
far
definitely
I've got
thunders.
underground room in the keep, which is where you're gonna fight. The portal area will have
Excuse me.
landmines, traps.
Smell shit. Get your senses right.
You'll have multiple miniguns. I also put rocket launchers just in case, Headhunter. We've got a few of
Landmines.
those. Huh?
Landmines.
And landmines, right? I've got those. Trap doors with zombies inside. I put a little question mark because I don't know where to get those. Those are really Miss Astrid controls them. And then underground area for the Ganolith to stay close to the king.
Right.
Th-
And that's
this
something
all
that you
sounds
can do,
great.
right?
Yeah. It's done.
Do
I mean, that's what I do in my house.
You do, by the way, you do still feel everybody in there.
What if we?
Your house. You like know where everybody is.
You remember that character I played, the big bad,
Big bad wolf.
defensive wolf thing?
The butler.
That, yeah,
Yes.
that hated everything that was against you.
He's here.
What if we have him be involved in this fight because he's pretty beefy, nasty.
Sure.
And
I think
don't
they're
even
called Durgaliths.
Yeah, and I don't even necessarily need to control him, Evan. If you wanted me to, or if you wanted to, I don't care. But it's just a thought of like.
I
you've
think
got
that would be
something that's
fun.
Willing
if you
to
wanted
die
to
for
control
you.
him.
Just a,
Did
Just a
so?
thought.
Wait, what was all the shit I remember? I don't remember what happened to Locomotive Larry. Did we sell him?
He is currently in the maze.
He's still here.
It's now his like home.
my
You
God.
essentially
Didn't he flex bust
Stockholm
out, kill
syndrome.
something, and go back?
Wait, what? Yeah, did he choose to go back? Wasn't
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I feel like there's
He
something
came
about
out.
that.
He came out, fucking boss smashed the shit out of Beatrice Trice, the champion,
Mhm.
sent her, both her and him, careening off of the very highest point of your keep. And then as she fell, you caught her and disintegrated her as he just fell to the ground. And then he got back up because he's like a super, he's like a super powered super villain at this point, and then just walked back into the basement of the keep.
Do you want to use him?
I want to call my butler to me.
Okay, I don't remember anything about this.
Yes.
I want you to have the choir in Larry's maze change their tune.
To what?
The king did this to you.
It is done.
Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
Headhunter, do you want anything to eat?
Some fried chicken.
Some fried chicken.
Oh, good. What we have the most of here in the Dust Keep. Fried chicken. I'll get right on that. Thank you.
how
As they are broken, shattered souls. Yes?
how long do we want to wait before we do this?
Why? What are you thinking?
Well, I could do something, but it would take me a week to do it. I don't know if we want to wait that
We
long.
got all the time in the world.
He died, did he?
Oh.
Shouldn't he still be in there?
No, he's alive.
Oh.
You didn't do all his spells. I'm doing his spells now that I control him.
I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
mean your uncle?
Well, my uncle, yeah, but I'm gonna.
I'm talking about
inspire
your-
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
gonna make another one.
You can make more than one?
I don't know. It doesn't say I can't.
Yeah, this is our week of preparation. Maybe we send a couple.
Well, you need a week anyway. It's going to take about a week for Headhunter to learn how to use that hand properly. Right now, he can't. He shoots at disadvantage. Every attack will be
Oh
at
shit!
disadvantage
Yeah, all right.
until he learns how to use that hand.
We've been gone for a year. He's not going to even notice if we're back
No,
for a week.
I was gonna say we
so-
can send some half-assed John parties to the city just to get them a little suspicious, get them a little paranoid.
Lawn parties?
We can
That's
we can set up for little skirmishes here and there, as if we're trying to poke out the defenses. You know,
Huh?
the gnolls. There's hundreds of gnolls, thousands of goblins. So we can. Just
I want to write down. Oh, I can just tell one. I want to describe the image I saw about the weak spot in the city gates and everything I saw in the mayor's vision. If they could give a Helm's Deep running the bomb to that spot, maybe. Just to fuck them up. There's a potential entrance outside, whether they used for shipping.
All right. It can be done. Okay. Yes.
Do I have this on?
Is it in your inventory?
I don't know.
No.
It's not in mine now, but he
Just real, just
has it on. But I swear I saw
He has it
mine.
on. Esther has it on.
Oh.
You have it on.
Yeah, but he has it on. I swear I saw it
Oh,
on mine.
that was leftover. That was leftover. That was a mistake.
Should I remove it from his?
Yes, remove it from him. He didn't. I thought that I removed that. He doesn't actually have that.
That's what
anymore.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Originally, he was supposed to. I actually have artwork of him where he has it on,
Oh.
and I was like, oh, I can't use it because he doesn't actually have that item anymore.
Mm.
So then I didn't use the artwork, but
Mm.
I do have a picture of what your uncle looks like.
Okay.
Are you gonna bring
I'd
your
have to
uncle to the
erase his
fight?
name. What's up?
Are you gonna bring your uncle to the fight?
Yeah, so sort of half meta, we have a whole nother level 20 character that I can control.
Ooh.
Just
I
so
mean,
you know.
sounds good. If we're going up against the big bad boss of the
Big
big,
Bad Wolf.
big very end, I think we should have as much help as we can get.
You
know?
have you have an uncle? You have family, Miss Astrid?
No, I don't have family.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
Well,
Would it be?
we're like your family, right, Miss Astrid?
Yeah.
Ah.
Wyden can die happy.
Hey, Evan.
Yes.
Would it be possible for me to repair my Juggernaut suit, the unicorn one?
Unicorn suit, panda
Well, hold
suit.
on. So I have to look back and remember exactly what those suits did. But what I remember is that they were essentially like berserker suits, where you took half damage from
Everything.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were
I-
insane.
I
You
always
need-
think of Grand Theft Auto 5 when we do that because it was like the heist mission with the
Mhm.
the
It's
big.
probably my favorite mission of this campaign.
It was so good, and it was right before the Noble Party too. That was such a good chapter.
Yeah.
Us going to Valnar the
was.
first time.
All of Valnar, the whole Valnar
Mhm.
epic. You want more? You want a Juggernaut suit? I can make that for you.
You're gonna make one fresh?
Yeah. I mean, if we have a week, I have factories now, so I can absolutely create that for you.
Can it be unicorn sheets?
I can make it look all badass and black and tactical, right? Is that what you want?
Yeah, that would be great.
It sounds like maybe you didn't want it to look like that. And Vandus goes, "Be honest now. Tell him what you want."
Well, I want to hand them a schematic that I've been
It's-
designing.
It's a terrible drawing of like a man unicorn with like beefy muscles and guns and like covered in blood. And he's
This came to me in a dream.
right. I can unicorn. All right. Very good. Don't you still have some of that meat?
Yeah.
Somewhere.
It's rotten now.
Does the bag of holding not spoil, or did I just make that up myself?
Oh no, bag of holding definitely spoils.
Oh shit!
It absolutely
I
spoils.
don't know where I
So
got that from.
that
Then.
meat is like putrid liquid now.
It's liquid. Yeah.
You could drink it. Oh no, unicorn meat doesn't spoil. That's what we
That's
decided.
why. Okay.
Unicorn meat doesn't spoil. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. We're creating the fiction of this world. We're making the rules. When you dice up a unicorn, it stays there forever in pieces.
Like cartoon meat.
And then it turns into roses.
So Astrid's uncle, the Juggernaut armor. Did you want your uncle to fight in the army? He could really help us out. All right, very well.
Can we make what's what fights kaijus? What's the name for the mech suits?
I don't think I could make a
Can we
30
make
fucking story tall mech. don't
kaiju
know.
breaking armor for Mr. Marbles?
You want what? Armor?
Think of
for
like
Mr. Marvel?
think of Iron Man, think of the Hulkbuster, but for Mr. Marbles.
Jaegers.
Jaegers. Jaeger suit marbles.
You want me to make armor for your giant
A
corrupted
siege
tree,
creature, yes.
Mr. Marbles?
Isn't Mr. Marbles in a Hulkbuster Iron Man suit?
He'd look like Baymax when they put him in the armor. He would just have this cute little stupid face sticking out of it. And he'd be like, "Oh." You know what I'm saying?
You're laughing at me. He's gonna save my life.
He's so cute. I know, I was sitting here thinking about divvying up the potions. It's like, oh, 4 of these, everyone gets one. No, I'm giving you and Astrid 2 each.
The squishy babies.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Alex can get hit by a truck and nobody even knows that you're there until it's too late. So I guess they're the ones who usually get fucked.
We all need a potion of some kind, but definitely.
I don't know. Esther was able to take a direct full assault from a Garistro and not
You
die.
also
I did my
also
best.
can
I was
turn into a
stopping him
dragon.
from
Is
dying.
that at will?
I don't know. I think I have to be anime protagonist deep down for it to kick in.
Turn around your dice.
I think it's technically at will, but
That's a
I
good
save it
question.
for.
For Evan.
Yeah, no, I'll talk to him, but
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's
what
at
the fuck
will.
is that you just got that much on? Oh shit! All right.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Is that his spells?
Yeah.
You're playing with your new character.
It's not,
All right.
you know,
Have fun.
no, breathe.
Yeah. All right. I can make a suit of armor for Mr. Marbles. Did you want it to have weapons on it?
Oh,
I
did
might
you
not
give-
have enough time for that. I can make it just heavily defensible. What do you think?
Just give him 2 Gatling guns. Because remember, he had a Gatling gun off the back of a car one time, and he liked it, but then he broke it.
He did. He just held it with one hand and like, ah.
Give him,
I understand it.
Jaeger suit marbles with 2 chain guns at the end of his hands.
This
So
is
that when he
gonna-
runs out of ammo, he
Listen,
can just
viewers.
start beating the shit out
What's
of
gonna
him.
fucking kill me is if we do all of this prep and then fucking Mr. Marbles one-shots the king.
Or could you imagine if not
Red
one,
Mist the king.
but like by the end, Mr. Marbles is the one that gets the killing blow. Where
Yes.
it's like, rah! Squish. He's killed
lot
at
of
least
people.
one of the champions. He killed Helena Grand with her own shield. He cut her head off with it.
Right. Okay, here's a question I had for
Mr.
Jeff.
Marvel's got a champion kill under his belt.
And Jeff wasn't sure, is kind of sure. Can Jeff turn into a dragon at will, or is that anime protagonist moment only?
Oh, he can. Well,
Is it once per like long rest or something like that?
Yeah, it's pretty much at will, but I save it for
It's an
story
ult.
purposes.
I think
Yeah.
you should save it for story purposes. I don't think you should dragon up as soon as we go in there, but it's good to
All
know
right.
it's an option.
I'm gonna go get my Grubhub order from Denny's, and then just break in
Turn
the front
into a
door.
dragon.
I'm here for my chicken sandwich.
Just imagining like holding the
Just
tiny
kidding.
bag in your big dragon mouth.
Thank you.
Mr. Marvel's with Gatling gun hands.
I like, hit my elbow on the way out and break open the front door. Oh fuck!
That's a when we were evil animated right there. Next time someone asks, Dragon Aster picking up a Denny's order.
All right.
Why not just sitting here?
Maybe I'll invite my my stepdad to join us.
Maybe you'll invite your what?
My stepdad. I don't think he's really related to me, but Corlax and I have a bond.
Oh, Corlock's the betrayer.
That's right.
He is your father. He talks about his son all the time.
There you go. I'm gonna
You've
invite
got,
my
you've
dad.
got a lot of stuff to work out.
I'm very confused.
I bet. Where the fuck are we? He looks at the
My
window.
house.
What?
My house.
All right. So, what else do you want? I got Mr. Marvel's Hulkbuster armor, Gatling gun arms. Anything that you'd want? Ed Hunter, you've been pretty quiet.
He got his
Really?
his suit.
Oh yeah, you got your unicorn suit.
Yeah, I thought that was quite enough for you.
That's
That's
enough
quite
for me.
enough.
Yeah. And you're gonna have Gatling guns and rocket launchers, right? Yeah, fuck that. Mav, is there anything specifically that you need or that would help you do your job?
For y'all to act like I don't exist, but I would think that the king knows of my existence at this point already.
I don't think he does either. They always talk about the terrible free.
I know, but if he's got good intel, then he's got to know there's someone else involved. So I think he would probably know by this point.
Hmm.
So, I mean,
I
I'm
don't know.
good.
I don't always know what you're capable of, so I don't know what you might need to do better.
Nothing. I think I'm good.
No? All right.
No.
Okay. Works for
I'm
me.
fast as fuck. I'm sneaky. I got AoEs. I got all the big hitters. I got my family sword. I'm good.
Nearly level 20 character.
Yeah.
I'm at the top.
Oh.
Miss Astrid,
Hmm.
is there anything you need?
Don't think so.
All right. Well,
Putting
I can
on
get
some
to work
awful
on.
spells.
I can get to work on all of this as soon as possible.
All right.
Thank you, Winan.
You're welcome. And he gets up as if to leave, and then
Where do I go?
he sits back down and goes, I don't know where I am.
I want to tell Headhunter to tabletop Winan.
To what?
Tabletop Winan. Do you follow what I'm saying, Alex?
Yeah, I want to bend over behind wine and create
go.
a bridge out of my back.
Thank you, Winan, for everything. I want to push Winan over Headhunter and then banish him back to his home.
You're such an asshole.
You banished Winan?
No, I teleport him.
So Wyden was banished back to his home plane of existence,
I was teleported.
which is actually the material plane. Is fine.
Yeah.
He's going
No, I
to-
know. Yeah, fuck you. I was like, I know what I'm doing.
So
He's
you
actually a demigod. He was friends with Owen Wilson.
and he leads into the next campaign. No, so he's like, right, we're like, "Ee!" and he's gone. Evil.
Just for me.
We're
Yeah.
evil.
So, do you guys want to have a campfire in the courtyard?
Sure.
Okay.
Why are you touching me?
You make your way out to the courtyard where there is already a large bonfire.
Well,
Stop it. There's already a large bonfire. As you walk out of the keep and out to the outside, a raven lands on your shoulder, the Voth raven. That is your pet, Esther. And it kind of just looking around as you walk out in front of this fire. And there you all stand in this strange alien sort of place full of glowing fungi and no sunlight.
fun girls.
Okay.
So we got about a week until we
Kill the king.
kill the king.
What is my
Okay. And
I wanna whip out a magazine from my bag of holding and tell the gang that I have to practice my hand, and then just to go disappear.
Alex, don't do that. You're gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt yourself.
All right, I'm ready to go. That's how the episode ends. A scream somewhere in the castle.
Did you have a quick...
There it is. It's been a while.
Oh.
Did you have a question?
Roger Fond.
Guys, I need a med kit.
Respond to us.
Okay, so Astrid seems to have her own plans as she's sitting there, like figuring things out on her own. And you seem to have plans that I'm unaware of. But the rest of you, you have told Winan what you want, and you guys know what you want. So we'll make sure that boss arena is set up for next time.
Sounds good.
This might be the last one or two
Of us.
episodes, guys.
I feel
How
like
crazy
we've
is
said
that?
that like 30 times.
We have said that like 30 times, but now it's
Okay, but
either
if we
kill the king or die. So
if we for real, if we like
Forever, ever?
jump right into it with the next one, like, oh, the fight's already started at the town and we gotta get the king, then I could see it being one more episode. But I feel like if we have the whole here's what happens at the town, it's gonna be another 2 episodes.
I'm not gonna. Nope. So you're not gonna see
The
that.
war's not up to us
Yeah.
anymore.
right.
You know what I mean? You will see the aftermath of it, or you will see whenever you go back. That's when you're gonna see what's going on there.
We could fight the king next mission, and then maybe have another mission that's like a
Good.
cooldown mission,
Yeah.
assessing everything.
I'd say another 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I think I'm gonna broke a piece for the Blood War, so that could be its own mini campaign.
I'll tell you what. That could be a couple of like short campaign after this is all done.
Just to get a feel for 5e, you know?
You know what you could do, Jeff? Is you could run a short campaign where there's a group of heroes working for Oestre as he is trying to. It's all fiends. We all play fiends, and we're trying to fix the Blood War. So we're
When
playing
we were
devils and
fiends.
demons, and we're trying to unify to fix the Blood War.
That actually sounds like an incredible D&D sitcom.
And also, you could use Avernus for it, which is one of the new. It's all hell. It's basically Mad Max in hell. It's like the greatest thing ever.
I'll keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Don't forget, we also have a whole soul box full of a ton of wild fey butterfly eggs.
ooh.
That is true.
Didn't we make them evil?
That's for you to
Yeah.
remember.
No,
That's
I'm
for you.
talking to the team. I'm
put
not
it-
All right,
talking
I'll
to
write
you.
it down.
There's zombie vampire fairy eggs.
Yeah, are they
Yeah.
are these zombies actually?
Yeah, they're infected with your blood. They were in. You put your
There's
blood.
a moth.
You put your blood and you put the Death Moth Queen's poison into a sprayer, and then you just sprayed the eggs, so it got both. You killed them and also infected them with the blood.
And nothing of value was lost. Oh no, there was a lot of good lives lost.
A lot of lives. were lost.
Anyway,
Spinkleding.
So I
Pinkle
think
Dink, the contractor, not the contractor, what was his name? I know. What's the magical name for a horse? Centaur, satyr, satyr. Satyr.
Centaur and contractor.
Spindle pinch in his flute.
Spindle pinch.
Spindle Pinch the contractor. Anyway, That's it.
So I think we are all set. Next session,
we
fight
kill the king.
Jesus.
Well, we fight the king.
I died fighting the king.
I single-handedly destroyed the king.
We're gonna have 3 machine guns trained on him the moment he comes in the room.
This is a
It's,
meeting just to talk.
All 3 of the shots crit. It's like, what are you gonna do? He has to get hurt from that.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be me.
And you want to play some cock-a-poopy?
Let's stop the recording.
Okay.
Well, you don't want them to know that me and Alex play night crawlers. What the fuck
Shoot
is night
the
crawler?
ship is back on Call of Poopy.
What is?
The shoot house and shipment.
All right, I'm gonna stop the recording.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right.
Cock of
So yeah, yes.